In this video, I want to debunk some of the myths around what is the best system for learning and understanding the fretboard on the guitar. So there are a lot of people out there that will tell you that the CAGED system is the best system for learning the guitar neck inside and out, and that is all you should focus on. There's also plenty of other people out there telling you 3 notes per string is the only way to be learning the fretboard because the CAGED system boxes you in and it hurts you and causes you all sorts of grief. There's other players out there that will tell you what you want to use is 4 notes per string because 3 notes per string doesn't allow you to be fluid and it boxes you into a different type of shape, and on and on and on these arguments go. What I want to talk to you about is a situation where why would you only want to use one system when you can use all of the best parts of these various systems, and then you can just get rid of the things that are negative about all of the others. So one thing is for sure, that the CAGED system has some really good uses, and it's not, this is the thing, a lot of people that I meet when I'm teaching, or I meet people for whether it's in-person lessons or they're coming into my group coaching programs or anything like that, they'll say, yeah, I know about the CAGED system because it's like you take a C chord and then you play an A-shaped version and then a G-shaped version, an E-shaped version, a D-shaped version, and that's kind of about it. That's not all that goes into the CAGED system. With the CAGED system, what you've got is effectively, it just allows you to have a 5-position system. And yes, although the shapes of the chord structures that we base these things around look like an open C, A, G, E and D, effectively it actually allows us to have a numerical position system. That's the way that I like to teach it in my platform. So if I'm looking at something like the key of G, I don't think of this as a G chord in its E shape. I think of this as G position 1. I think of this as G position 2. This is G position 3, position 4, and then position 5, which you finish it off like that, but I don't like to play that shape. I just do it like this. So once you've got that, then around each one of those positions, you build out all of your other tools. So you might want to play triads, 7th arpeggios, pentatonic scales, modal scales, so with that, under your fingers in any one position, you can have anything that you want from the CAGED system. The thing is, on top of this, there are some limitations in terms of how you play the scale shapes and all that sort of thing. So 3 notes per string, stuff that looks like this, that's another really useful way to format scales. But even inside things like 3 notes per string, you can still see things like your triads, you can also see your 7th arpeggios, so I'm playing a G major 7 arpeggio there, but I'm aligning it more to this shape than to this shape, which would have been my CAGED system, etc. So you can still build all of those things inside it. Another thing that's really cool about, say, 3 notes per string is if you play your triads on 2 strings and like this, it's a really cool and simple way of being able to extract triads from within scale shapes. Now, 4 notes per string, the thing with 4 notes per string is it's technically very challenging to play 4 notes on a string. So if I was to play G, A, B and C on that 6th string and try to play that all with one hand, for my hands that is too much of a stretch. I can't do it. But if I was to play with a slide, so I'm doing G, A, B, slide into the C, then I do D, E, F sharp, slide into G, and carry that format on all the way through the G major scale, I'll get something that looks like this. So now if I start maybe on an open E, if I start on an open E, I can play E, F sharp, G, A, and play 4 notes on that string. Now if I do B, C, D, and then keep sliding, and if I just do that format on every string, I'll get something that looks like this. So now I've got 4 notes on every single string without having to play stupid big stretches, and that really will open up the fretboard for me. Now, when you start looking at all of these different systems, if you take the best bits of each one, in any position that you're in on the guitar neck, the CAGED system will give you all of your musical devices under your hands wherever you are. The 3 notes per string stuff will allow you to play fast runs that move across the fretboard like this, and then if you can connect up your 3 notes per string system, that will allow you to play runs that move along the length of strings or along the length of adjacent pairs of strings, or even diagonally using that 4 notes per string system. So by taking the best parts of all 3 of those systems, I can now play wherever I want up and down the entire fretboard. It's not quite as simple as just being able to go and do that in all the different keys and what have you. There is a lot of practice that's involved in it, but that is the way that I look at using the best parts of those different systems, and then that's what I show my students to help them understand their fretboard completely. In the next part of this video, if you keep watching, I'm going to show you exactly what I do with my students, and I'm going to show you how you can get involved with that completely for free. So check out the next part of the video. If you're a beginner guitarist, it's never been easier to get going with this instrument. With so many YouTube tutorials and free resources everywhere, it's an unbelievably great time to be picking up the guitar. The problem is, when you want to push on and become an intermediate or advanced guitar player, there is so much out there that it is hard to follow a structured, logical program that will get you the results that you want. The lack of structure is causing so many players a lot of damage with their practice routines, meaning they're just going over the same old thing again and again and not progressing with the instrument, getting to where they want to be. What you need is a strategy in place that's going to take you from where you are now as a guitar player to where you want to get to. I have put together a strategy that is called the Cutting Edge Guitar Strategy. It's completely free to enroll, and there's a link in the description below where you can get access to that course right now. In the Cutting Edge Guitar Strategy, I will show you how to learn your fretboard inside and out, how to perfect your technique, and then how to turn those 2 first elements into a working musical vocabulary for the chosen genre of music that you want to play. I've used this strategy with countless students in schools, universities and colleges here in the UK. I've also shared this methodology with all of my Skype and Zoom students, and it's now completely available at my online learning platform, Cutting Edge Guitar. And you'll be able to get the same results as many of my other students, where whether they're just playing for fun, whether they're in touring bands, recording, they want to take exams, go to music college and way more, all of them enjoy the heck out of their guitar playing after taking this strategy and make massive progress. So what are you waiting for? Go and get your free access in the description below. Also, if you're enjoying my content here on YouTube, watch one of these 2 videos that's just popped up on your screen right now, because these are the next lessons that YouTube thinks were going to help you the most moving forward. I look forward to seeing you in your next lesson. Take care.